Commissioner Steve Sisolak and thousands of his District A constituents are hoping for an act of Congress that would prevent a gravel pit from being dug in their neighborhood.
We're talking 24-hour-a-day, 7-day-a-week, 30 years worth of blasting. I mean, it's enormous. And you can look around, there's gravel pits all over the place. We don't need one more.
Commissioner Steve Sisolak represents District A, which includes the southernmost portions of Nevada.
You'll see these T-shirts all over Henderson.
But recently, the commissioner left the Silver State and traveled all the way to Washington, D.C., trying to convince Congress that a proposed gravel pit near Sloan is a bad idea and unwanted by his constituents.
Over a decade ago, there was no development in the immediate area now. Presently, this area of Henderson is home to approximately 15,000 residences. There's plans for 20,000 more residents to be built in the area. The concern of the individuals that live there are profound. I've had approximately 6 neighborhood meetings.
It's inconsistent with what reality is.
The gravel quarry would disrupt the lives and potentially ruin real estate values of thousands of Henderson residents, including Sun City Anthem's Rich and Janet Miller. This quiet neighborhood will be disrupted. The gravel pit would operate 24 hours a day, 7 days a week for at least 30 years. And with several other open, operating gravel pits nearby, he questions the need for a new one.
There are people who have children right up and against these mountains. Schools are now being built, so children with asthma will be affected. So we have one major concern, and that is the pollution, as well as the desire for us to have some kind of, in our golden years, a serene life.
I mean, the blasting stirs up the crust on the surface, the desert crust, which becomes air particulates, and it flows into the area where these people live. An awful lot of these senior citizens go for daily walks, either with their spouses or their dog. And we had testimony at some of the town hall meetings from doctors that said, look, if this is in the air, I can't let them be walking out there anymore, so you're affecting clearly their quality of life, besides the fact what it'll do to the foundation of a home with a continual blasting.
The planned 640-acre gravel pit would be located adjacent to the Sloan Natural Conservation Area near I-15 at the Sloan exit. More than a year ago, Mr. Miller and many other Henderson residents contacted Commissioner Sisolak when the gravel pit plan was being unearthed. According to the commissioner, this grassroots campaign should help sink the planned quarry.
This is just a testament, I guess, Randy, to what one individual and one community can do when they band together and they work and they become part of the political process. This started from a simple phone call better than a year ago that Rich made to me and his community. I went up and met with him, and we met again and again and again, and probably had 6 or 8 meetings out in the Sun City Anthem area and Seven Hills area, in Sparata, all the communities that are immediately adjacent to the mine, the proposed mine. And when I saw the passion and the care that these individuals had regarding this issue, you couldn't help but get involved.
With Nevada's congressional delegation leading the fight in Washington and Commissioner Sisolak spearheading the local efforts, a couple more steps are needed to block pit mining in Sloan Canyon.
It was a thrill of a lifetime to be able to go there firsthand and shake a lot of hands and meet some folks. But even more important than that, it was cool to represent such a fine group of residents. And it's great at the county commission level. We passed 2 resolutions, the first one opposing the establishment of the pit. The second resolution supported Senator Reed and his introduction of the Withdrawal Act.
For more information on the Sloan Hills gravel pit proposal, contact Commissioner Sisolak at 455-3535.